Om Swastiastu. So hello everyone, my name is Agung Jelantik Raditya. So in this video, I will be explain about my code in my midterm exam project for the Enterprise Information System course. So this project goals is to perform RFM analysis. So which means we can analyzing customers based on the recency, frequency, and monetary fact. There is three factor. So we can continue to the code. So the first step is import libraries that required in this code, so we can use the pandas. So the pandas is used to manage and process tabular data. The matplotlib is used to create charts and graph for visualization, and the key means is for the help us to group the customers into clusters, so it's automatically. And the last one is files from Google Colab is used to upload the CSV files from our computers. So we can run it and success. So next is we can run this code. So upload it equals files upload. This means we can upload the files in our computer to this Google Colab. So we can choose the files, the CSV files or the data set. We can upload it and it's already success. So next one, we can load the data set. So this data set is called the sales data midterm exam. It contains customer transaction, customer transaction records, and we can use the pandas to read the CSV. Okay, there's success, already success. And next step is we can create the new column in this data. So I create the new column in this data called total revenue. The total revenue, the value of total revenue is calculated by multiplying the number of unit sold by the unit price. So after that we can explore the data set. The first one, we can use the data head. So the data head is display the first 5 rows, showing that the columns like the total revenue that we have been created before. So we can run it. So this is the total revenue is already added to the data. So the function of data head is to us to show the data, the first data, like the 5 first data. Okay, next is data info. Data info is give details us about the column types. We can see that there is a column types like the integer, object, and the others with the float. So next one is the data describe. Data describe is used for give us a numerical summary such as the average unit sold and the range of the unit price. And next one is we can check the missing values from this data using the dot is null. So the output shows that how many values are missing in each columns. So we can see that in this column there is a one column that there is a 5 data that null in this column, the column H. So usually the customer's ID or age may be missing, and since customer ID is essential for grouping customers, we'll need to make sure it's properly fit or clean it later. So we next to the clean and format the data set. The first line code is this. So I convert the customer ID uh customer ID column into the string data type because sometimes it may be stored as a number with decimals like 12345 float. I'm sorry, 12345.0, something like that. So we can run it, the customer ID to, and next to the date. So the date columns, I turn into date time format using the pandas to date time. So this is important code because we'll use the dates letter to calculate how recent each customer last purchase was. Okay, we can run it. And then I handle the unit price column. So in some data set, price may appear with symbols like dollar sign or something, such as like the 1000 is typing like commas 000. So we can remove those symbols and convert the column into float type. And next one is the filter and recalculate the revenue. So I remove all records that I have zero or negative values of for units sold and unit price. For example, if someone return a product, the quantity might be negative, but since we only want valid sales data, I filter those out using a condition like this. So the next is I recalculate the total revenue just to make sure it stays accurate after filtering. Okay, we can run it. Okay, we make the total revenue columns again to make sure uh, it's true or it's valid. And next is we can check the final clean data. So the first one is data info. So data info to as I said before, so this data info is to show the first five data info. I'm sorry, data info for the data type of the data or the column. So there are no invalid or missing entries in the main numeric columns. We can see that. Okay, next is data describe. So the data describe uh, is as you can see, it shows a cleaner summary. So we can see the realistic average, minimums, and maximum for the prices and quantities. So this is the data describe, and next is the calculate recency, frequency, and monetary values. So we can move to this code. First, I define the variable called snapshot date. So which is one day after the most recent purchase date in the dataset. So this is used to calculate how many days ago that each customer last made a purchase. So we can run it, and then I group the dataset by each customer ID and then calculate. So the recency is the how many days since the last purchase. The frequency is how many times the customer that has made the transaction, and the last is monetary value. So the total amount they have been spent is monetary value. We can run it and we can rename the columns. So I use the RFM head, so this code, to see the first few rows. The output now shows that there sorry uh so that see the first few rows, the output now shows the three new metrics like recency, frequency, and monetary value. And next is the RFM describe. So give the RFM I'm sorry, the RFM describe is gives me a statistical overview. As you can see, this showing that some customers are very recent buyers while others haven't made purchase for a long time. So okay, after FM describe, so we can assign FM score. So after getting the three metrics, now I assign the each one a score from 1 to 5. So I start by creating windows for each metric, recency, frequency, and monetary. So for recency, small numbers are better because it means the customer purchased recently. So that's why I reserve the scoring so that the most recent buyers are get higher scores. For frequency and monetary, higher values are better. So more purchase or more spending equals higher scores. So we can run these two of code. Okay, we can see that the RFM R score, F score, M score. So we can limit the RFM head is 10. So now shows the three new columns, the R score, F score, and M scores. This is tell us how active and valuable each customer is. Okay, there is the data head. I'm sorry, the RFM head. And next one is key means clusterings. So now I group the customer using k-means clusterings. So I take the RFM scores as input variables and test several numbers of clusters from 2 up to 7. I'm sorry, from 2 up to 8. Okay, so the algorithm algorithm calculates the distance between points to find the most balanced groupings. After trying different key values, I choose 5 clusters as the best option for the data set. So and then each customer is assigned to one of the 5 clusters. And okay, cluster summary. And I create the summary table showing the average recency, frequency, and monetary for each clusters. So we can run it, the cluster summary. So the output cluster summary shows that each group has different spending patterns. Okay, so this is the cluster summary. And the next one is the visualize customer segments. So the final step is visualization. We can calculate the total number of customers in the uh in each cluster and their percentage. And then I use the pie chart to show the distribution of all of 5 segments: champions, loyal, recent, at risk, and loss. We can run it this codes. Okay, so each colors is represent a different customer group. For example, green for champions, uh, blue for loyal customers, yellow for recent customers, purple for at-risk customers, and red for lost customers who haven't purchased in a long time. So the pie chart clearly shows that the proportion of each segment from here, so we can easily identify which group dominates and which needs marketing attention, as you can see. So this is the pie chart. Okay, so the loss is 12% and at risk is 14.2%, and the recent is 16.09%, and loyal is 20.03%, and the champions is 36.05%. So to summarize, I have complete all the steps like the import and uploaded data set, create and clean the data, and calculate recency, frequency, and monetary values, assign an RFM scores, and then grouped customer using k-mean clustering, and then the last one is visualize the result using a pie chart. So this RFM analysis help a business understand customer behavior and decide which customer to reward of re-engage. Thank you for watching my presentation. Om Santi Santi Santi. Dah anjir.